and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us for another exciting episode of Enter the Square Circle, baby. Don't hit that escape key. ESC stands for we.
All right. Yes, as usual, we are here on Sunday for another episode of Enter the Square Circle. We are in the middle of the hap or snap. I have problems forgetting that nap doesn't need to be in there anymore. Tournament, and the winner, submission only tournament, the winner will have a money in the bank style opportunity. We probably need to come up with a better name for it so that we're not infringing on WWE trademark names, but that
Wait,
style opportunity.
what name is trademarked?
Well, I'm just saying, I keep referring to it as a money in the bank style opportunity, and
Oh,
that money in the bank is probably trademarked or
I,
copyrighted or something would be my guess. But
probably, I don't know. We could call it cash-in opportunity.
there you go, a cash in opportunity. You can choose any title you want to cash in on. So, this is Block C. We've already had Chris Benoit advance out of Block A, and why am I drawing a blank? Brian Danielson advance in Block B. This brings us to our Block C, and we will get started here. Samoa Joe versus MJF is our first match.
You really have to know your wrestling to succeed in a submission match.
Following this tournament, we got another tournament planned out. Gonna be doing some women's wrestling again.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I actually had forgotten about that.
To be fair, I don't fully remember what the plan is.
Yeah, I don't either, honestly. It's been a while since we made the plan, so we'll have to revisit it. But it is going to be a women's tournament of some sort. We can say that. This block in this video, we'll have Samoa Joe versus MJF, which we're watching right now. Then in our other opening match, we'll have AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay, of which the winner of the two matches will then face each other to give us a winner of the C block. This block is loaded. Samoa Joe, MJF, AJ Styles, and Will Ospreay. Like, man.
I'm hoping for the finals of this block, it'll be Samoa Joe and AJ Styles personally, because like history there. But I mean, Will Ospreay's in this, and like, I never bet on Will Ospreay to lose.
Yeah, not to mention you have a little bit of a bias because your guys are Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, so that would make sense that you would, by default, want them to. Because ultimately, so far, Chris Benoit and Brian Danielson, both of my guys, have advanced from the A and the B blocks. So
It's our first tournament all over again.
that's right.
You had Seth Rollins, and I had everybody else.
That's the truth. Oh, what's up with the video? Why did? Uh-oh. Hello? I guess I'm having some sort of internet issues here at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on with the video.
It started out fine.
Yeah, it started out
it
fine.
picked back up. I think,
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
usually
struggled
moving
for
again.
signal there.
Yeah. Sorry, folks, for the slight technical issue with the video. Moving a little slow there. It looks like it has returned to normal. MJF putting the knee to the back of the head of Samoa Joe on the outside. No, I mean this block is so. I mean, really, I feel like all four of these guys could come. Any one of these guys could come out of this block, and the winner of this block could win the whole thing. I mean, it's a loaded block. Block D's loaded too, though. Block D, we still got still to come. Eddie Guerrero, John Moxley, Mankind, and Claudio. That's pretty nasty D block as well. Loaded tournaments, let's put it that way. Some serious dream matches taking place.
Nice. Man, just
Big
dude. Jeez.
uh,
Oh, here we go.
Samoa Joe. Take him into the corner, working the leg. Jeff trying to fight his way out. Oh, clothesline.
I don't think that's a clothesline. That was a shoulder check.
Oh, is that what it was? It happened too fast and I didn't totally see it happen. Stunner off the top rope. I couldn't tell if it was a shoulder check or a clothesline. MJF making his way back into the ring. Oh, come on, video.
Joe looks
What's going on
scared.
here? Joe looks scared. That's funny. Exchanging big strikes here, MJF and Samoa Joe.
I think Joe just missed there.
Hello.
Oof.
Understand what's going on.
There we go. That's a clothesline.
That was a clothesline. For all those that don't know, that was a clothesline.
And Nika
Go
asked
with
me
the care.
yesterday, what's the difference between a lariat and a clothesline? And I'm like, is
Nothing.
there one?
No,
If there is one,
it's
I'm
one of
not
those
aware
things.
of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's the same move, just a different name, right? Lariat, I think, is like the technical wrestling term per
Ooh,
se. Clothesline's the more kind of just mainstream term, and then
I don't know if I've ever
you've
seen
got
Joe use that move in real life.
I had yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen him use that move in real life either. Joe set up for the finisher. Come on, I don't understand what's going on here. Gets in the Carafuda clutch. Is MJF going to tap?
Ah, there we go.
Come on.
Whoop,
And
there
your
it is.
winner
Whoop, there
is
it is.
Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe with the big win, advancing against MJF, knocking MJF out of the tournament. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Samoa Joe, but I feel that's a hair of an upset, in my opinion.
Um,
I mean, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but just because of kind of where they're at the moment, like it feels like MJF has been booked a little above Samoa Joe, just
well,
because
Samoa Joe's been
AEW.
out for half a year because he's filming a movie.
Right.
Well, when we last saw him, he was the world champion.
That's true. I guess that is correct. I guess that is true. All right, I got to switch videos real quick.
Now, also their finisher though, like it's the Carafuda clutch versus Salt of the Earth. Like,
Come on, where is my mouse? Stop. Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean it's what do we call it? Contrast in styles.
but
Where is this video?
I feel like one's easier to accomplish in the game than the other, because like with MJF's, it's targeting the arm, and like how many
Right.
wrestling maneuvers target the arm. Meanwhile, Samoa Joe's is going after the head, and like a lot of moves go after the head.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I would agree with that. That's probably fair. All right. So our second opening match of the C block is AJ Styles versus Will Ospreay, which on paper should be insane.
I
So
find it crazy that
let's.
AJ Styles is an 85.
You think it's high or low?
Low. I think he
Yeah, I
should
think it's low too.
be around a 90, like an 89 at least.
I agree. I agree.
I guess I wouldn't be upset
I
at an 88, but 85, like
I'd
85
have
is
to
three
look
whole
and
points lower than what I think the lowest should be.
see. See, it's doing it again. I'd have to look and see um what he was rated at. We could check to see what he was rated at in 23 and 24, or 22 and 23. I have a feeling that he was rated probably a little higher. I think he's rated a little lower just because he hasn't been doing as much and hasn't been on TV and hasn't been as active. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can fix this. I'm sorry. Hold on. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to see if I can play it another way that will maybe not have that issue. See if we can do this.
And I am excited for the draft.
For what draft?
Football.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
So sorry, we're starting this match over because the other feed was super choppy. I'm hoping that this might be a little bit better. So bear with us. Sorry, I know the match is starting over, but it wasn't too far in. So hopefully we won't have those issues this way. Last time, the way I was doing it at first, it was better than last time. We'd had issues doing it this way last time, but this seems to be working better now. So I know it's football season, and you're extremely excited for football. You're in the football mindset at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, AJ with the kip up, Osprey to the top rope. Ooh, elbow to the top of the head.
Who do you think the number 1 draft pick is going to be?
Well, we're just picking two. Both AFC and NFC are available, right?
Well, I'm not saying who's the team that's going to get drafted first. I'm saying who do you think the player that's going to get drafted first will be?
Well, what I'm asking is you wanted to do basically like 2 Pro Bowl / All-Star style teams, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just let me know when you're wanting to do that.
But that's what you're talking about right now, right?
No?
What? Okay, so are you talking about the real NFL draft?
Yes.
Oh, next year.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, I don't know. That's a really good question. I gotta wait until the NFL season or the college season progresses a little bit farther. I don't at this point. I don't know. It'd probably be a quarterback. I would guess they often go, first. I mean, it's possible that what they call it, um, the gentleman that you were talking about last night on Friday Night Fights, would be the first pick next year. I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name. Who was the guy you were mentioning? He's a quarterback.
Well, there's 2. Nika mentioned one, and I mentioned another.
I know. I'm talking about the one you mentioned because I was going to talk about the one that Anika mentioned.
Quinn Ewers.
I don't remember. Okay, I thought you had used another name, but you're talking about the guy from Texas. The guy from Texas.
Quarterback for the Longhorns.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. I mean, and Anika mentioned Shador Sanders, which is Deion's son, who's playing in Colorado. Yeah, Colorado. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if either of them is gonna. I mean, I think both of them have potential to be the first pick. The running back for USC, Woody. What the heck is his last name? Woody something. Is playing phenomenal at the moment.
I mean, if they're going to be picking a running back, I feel like they'd go with Donovan Edwards. I mean, he was on the cover of College Football 25.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely one of the better running backs in the country. But Woody, why am I drawing a blank on the guy's name? Hold on for a second. Woody, I think it's Marks. Has been playing very well for USC. I'm not sure who is leading the NCAA in rushing yards at the moment, but I don't know. I like I said, I'll know. I'll have a better take on who's going to be the first pick as the season gets, the college season evolves more.
Now, not the person who I think will get picked first, but the person who I think should get picked first is Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with him.
if I had the number one draft pick, I'd be picking him. So for his team, he plays both offense and defense. He's a wide receiver and a cornerback.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. I have not seen him play. I don't even think I've heard his name. So
But like that's such a like wonderful situation where you can draft somebody and put them in either role of what you need on your team, where he can do
right.
both. It's like we need a cornerback, so we're going to put you on defense. Oh, we need a wide receiver, so we're going to put you on offense. Like you get to pick and choose with him.
Yep. It does sound like a nice problem to have.
But 2026, that's the year that Arch Manning's going to get drafted, and I'm going to be
That's the
so.
name. That's the name you were talking about. That's the
Oh,
name you were talking about last night. Not,
well, that's
I don't remember you meant.
2026.
Right. I don't remember. Well, I mean, he could come out anytime. I mean, there's nothing keeping him in. I mean, um, but
Well,
yeah, I mean,
he wanted
I
to
mean,
do
people,
a year as a redshirt. He wanted to do a year as the backup quarterback, and he wants to do a year as the starter.
right,
So he hasn't. He's not the starter right now. He's also playing for the Longhorns, so he's the backup
right,
for Quinn
right,
Ewers.
right. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that that doesn't. I mean, and then he
Mhm.
could decide to even come back for a senior season, depending on how next season goes. I mean, he still is going to have to earn the starting spot. And I mean, I haven't seen enough of him, but you know,
Oh well,
rumor is he's supposedly better than his uncle. I'm not buying that. His uncle's one of the greatest guys to ever throw a football ever. So if he could be half of his uncle, he'll have a good career. So
yeah.
the fact that they say, oh, he's going to be better, I don't buy that at all. There's very few people ever in the history of the NFL or playing football that have been better than Peyton Manning. So, let's slow down on the hyperbole a little bit.
I
Um,
mean, to be
let, let,
fair, they
let's
could have
let him
been
start
talking
a
about
college
Eli.
football game first. Let's let him start a college football game first, and then let's talk about how good he's going to actually be. I mean,
To be
so
fair, they could have been saying Eli.
yeah, somehow I don't think that's what they're talking about. But um, oh, Styles Clash. Will Ospreay hits AJ with his own move.
Man, that's just dirty.
Right? Too bad there isn't. Too bad you can't win with a pinfall. Ospreay dragging AJ to the middle of the ring, stomps him in the
Um,
back.
but Quinn Ewers is actually out with injury right now, so technically Arch is the starting quarterback at the moment until Ewers is
Right.
back. And like everybody's been like blown away with his performance.
Ooh, was that the hidden blade? It almost looked like it definitely was like a clothesline or elbow to the back of the head. I think, oh, here we go. Got him in some sort of submission. Can't really see what it is.
Mm.
Oh, and AJ taps to Will Ospreay. So our final of the C block will be Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe. A bit of a dream match. Joe was already gone by the time Ospreay came and made his real AEW debut and has been around. So we haven't seen this match yet in AEW. So we're giving it to you first here on Enter the Square Circle. The winner of Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay will join Chris Benoit and Brian Danielson, the winners of the A and B block. No, I mean, to be fair, Eli had a decent career, but Arch doesn't have to do a whole lot to have a better career than Eli. Um,
I mean, he won 2 Super Bowls, right?
yeah, yeah, no, like I said, Eli had a good career. I mean, and if it wasn't for his father and his brother, I mean, he might have been, I mean, it's possible he would have been the best Manning to date. So, um,
Um,
obviously, that didn't happen. So,
you don't think Eli was better than his father?
no, I don't think so. I think he has more accolades, but I don't think he was an actual better quarterback. I think he was on better teams than I think he had a lot better supporting cast than. Yeah, I remember when Archie Manning was the Saints quarterback. The Saints were really, really, really bad. I mean, they were one of the worst teams in the league, and it wasn't his fault. So I mean, I think he just happened to be on bad teams. I think Eli had better supporting cast around him, as did Peyton. I mean, I think Peyton, for a lot of his career, had a much better supporting cast than probably either Eli or his dad.
Um, Shannon
That
Sharp,
being
yeah,
said,
absolutely. Once I think of Shannon Sharp, yeah, he definitely had the best supporting cast.
right?
He was with the
That being
Colts when
said, none
Pat
of them really
McAfee
had.
was punter, right?
That I'm not sure about.
And
That I
like,
don't know.
I feel like people like still are saying that Pat McAfee's the best punter in the history of football.
That I don't know. I don't remember what I didn't even. I don't know what position Pat even played. Honestly, I don't really remember him playing football. Honestly, um,
Well, no one really paid attention to the punter.
yeah, I didn't even know honestly that he was a punter. I mean, I knew that he played football, but I didn't know that he was a punter. Honestly, um,
I think it'd be
that's
pretty
interesting.
great if the Saints were able to draft him though, like they had his grandfather. And maybe
Yep.
get to do more with
Yeah.
him.
Interesting.
But uh,
Former punter and kickoff specialist. Yeah, interesting. I didn't realize that. I thought Pat looks bigger than that. Like Pat looks like he would have been played a different position than that. Usually, kickers and punters are smaller stature guys, and Pat's. I mean, not that Pat's huge, but he's not small. Like
mhm.
interesting.
um,
I mean, I knew Pat already when he came to WWE because of his being an analyst for sports and stuff. But I didn't, and I knew that he had played in the NFL, but I didn't remember ever seeing him play. And I was never, I didn't know that what team he even played for or what position he played in the NFL. I just knew he was an NFL former NFL player.
uh,
Joe wrenching on the neck of Will Ospreay.
do you know of Cooper Manning though?
I mean, I know that he's a brother that didn't really play football
Well, he did play football, but he
in high
never.
school, right?
Uh, did he not do it in college?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
But he was
I
the
know
only
he's
one who
Peyton.
was not a
Right.
quarterback. He was a
I
wide
know he's Peyton
receiver.
and Eli's brother, and he's the only one of the three that didn't make it to the NFL. So, um, but no, I'm not. I don't know that he even played college football. Was I understand he was a pretty decent high school wide receiver, but I don't know about his college career. Yeah.
Spinal stenosis. All right.
Okay.
I had to
So,
Google what it was that made him quit football. He had numbness in
so,
his fingers and toes.
so there you go.
Like, kind of hard to be a wide receiver, not being able to feel your fingers and toes, trying to run
Yeah, I
and
mean,
catch
it's
the
probably
ball.
kind of hard to play sports in general, football in general, or sports in general if you can't. I mean, I would think it might be hard to just get through some things, everyday things in life with those kind of issues. So, tingling in
Uh,
arms and toes and hands is not, or arms and feet or whatever, arms and hands is not fun. I mean,
yeah, he committed to the University of Mississippi.
but never actually played.
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he still went to the University of Mississippi. I just don't think he played football.
Right. Uh, Joe with the leg submission. I'm not totally sure what that was. Wearing out the legs of Will Ospreay. Joe's been pretty much in charge of this match.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see this match in real life. Oh, Ospreay moves out of the way of the knee. Oh, hits him with the big elbow.
Um, he did something on the Dan Patrick show called Manning on the Street.
Cooper?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And in 2015, he joined the broadcast team of Fox NFL Kickoff.
Will Ospreay's got Joe countering out with the big kicks to the face. Oh, Joe missed the big knee. Ospreay with the punch to the back. Oh,
So
spinning forearm.
even though he couldn't do it, he still stayed involved in it. Because,
Right.
like, I mean, when it's what your father did, it's what your brothers do, and it's what he was gonna do and was touted as probably being the best of his family for it.
Yeah.
Neat thing though is that Peyton Manning picked
Mhm.
his brother's jersey number in honor of his brother having to.
Right.
Which I
Big
think is such
springboard
a
drop kick from Osprey.
sweet thing to do,
Samoa
to honor your
Joe with the
family
pile
like that.
driver. Yeah. I mean, they seem to be, for all intents and purposes, a close, well knit, close knit family, and they seem to be all, fairly decent people for the most part. I mean, Peyton and Eli are pretty good guys. I don't know that much about Cooper. I don't know. I mean, Archie Manning, he had a fairly decent reputation. It seems like they're solid family.
I, I think it's the greatest
Quite the
football
lineage.
dynasty. Like, I can't think of another one that could top it.
Yeah, I mean, there have been other brothers that have played in the league, but I don't know about. I mean, I'd have to sit down and look at that. I mean, obviously, you've got, Jason and Travis Kelsey. Um, there have been other brother duos in the league, and there are definitely, I mean, Jerry Rice's son just got drafted last year. There's been
Mm-hmm.
other players whose fathers have played in the league and stuff. So, I mean, but I'd have to sit down and actually look and see which family has had the most like actual immediate family members in the NFL. I mean, off the top of my head, that sounds like a fair statement. I mean, I can't think of another family off the top of my head, but I know that there are other families that have had
Yeah.
multiple brothers play as well as not in football, but in baseball. The Alous, the father played, and then the two brothers played.
Uh,
Um,
so Marvin Harrison Jr. That's also somebody who got drafted earlier this year.
right,
Um,
Osprey with the springboard moonsault.
and basketball, apparently,
Oh,
Bronny got drafted, is what I heard.
yeah, he did. He's with the Lakers. He got drafted by the Lakers. Taking a lot of heat for that.
I think that's the first time in history that a father and a son are in the NBA at the same time and playing on the same team.
Definitely, definitely, 100%. The first time for both, 100%. Will Ospreay submits Samoa Joe with what looked almost like the Karafuda clutch, kind of. I mean, it wasn't, but it kind of was
It looked like it.
definitely a sleeper move of some sort. So Will Ospreay
Well, I mean, Will
advances out
Ospreay
of
also
the
hit
C block.
AJ with Styles Clash, so like
That's true. So
I think that's Will
we
Ospreay's ability is to use the other person's finisher.
that's awesome. So Will Ospreay joins Brian Danielson and Chris Benoit as he's our C block winner. Benoit was our A block winner. Danielson was our B block winner. Next week, we will have the D block, which consists of Eddie Guerrero versus John Moxley and Mankind versus Claudio. And then I think we still,
Well, we might switch that up. We might do Mankind versus Moxley
oh,
and
that's right. That's right. And Eddie
Guerrero
versus
versus
Claudio.
Claudio.
That is correct. We very well might. So make sure and tune in next week, Sunday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern for the D block. In the meantime, we'll put up the QR code. Go ahead and scan that QR code. That will take you to all of our social media, or that takes you to Linktree, which will then allow you to go to all social media from one place. We are everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You can follow us on Twitch. You can watch us and follow us on Twitch. If you're new, you can hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. Hit the like on this video, hit the bell on the YouTube channel to be notified. That's the best way to make sure that you get notified every time we put something out. We are on every Sunday. as you're with us now for Enter the Square Circle. That's at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, where we battle it out on WWE 2K24, as you just watched. Then we're live Tuesday nights for the Cookout, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, where we all come together and talk about what's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling. Then Friday nights, it's Anika and Sammy Joe for Friday Night Fights, where they watch SmackDown and Rampage and give you their real time opinions and reactions to the shows. Then Saturday mornings, we are live with the Winner's Circle, where myself, Anika, and Sammy Joe review Raw, NXT, and Dynamite and pick our favorite show of the week. Then we are here on Saturday nights for Saturday is All Right, where we watch AEW Collision and give you our real time opinions and reactions as we watch the show. So, the easiest way to make sure that you're here for all that content, or that you get notified, is to hit the bell on the YouTube channel. That will make sure that you get notification every time we are set to go live on the YouTube channel, either with a pre-recorded show or a live show. So, as always, thank you guys for choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network. We appreciate each and every one of you. And unless you got something else to say, Sammy, we will get up out of here.
Peace, love, and rock and roll, my dudes.